Hello, welcome back to Ready Steady Play, where it's part 5 of Oathsworn. It's actually kind of a funny one, because this is actually video 6. Because we did 2 for part 4. When I say part 4, I'm getting all confused again. This is chapter 5. We've done 4 chapters. Chapter 4 was 2 videos. And this is going to be the first part, the story part of chapter 5. But it is, in fact, video 6, but I've called it part 5. Just to be helpful. But this is the big... Chapter 5, part 1 is what I should have called it. For the sake of clarity. But this is our story mode. If you've not been following along, make sure you go check out the playlist to see what's going on and where we're at. If you know the story, you're welcome to come and find us. We're playing on hardcore mode. Oh, we've got some folks here as well. But let me just introduce Chris. Here he is. Look, Chris is back. Welcome back, Chris. Yeah, Chris is see, it's like I could be on radio. I've got my producer in the background telling me what I should be saying. Okay, nobody can hear you. I've not turned on your audio. There we go. Now they can hear you.
It's the problem is every time you introduce me and accidentally don't have my audio on, I always say the absolute wittiest things that unfortunately are too witty to retain in my memory. So I'm basically the cleverest wit that ever was, but no one knows because
all your wit is lost just by horrible chance.
But hello everyone, it's good to be back. I was off for a few weeks, gallivanting around, but I'm back now and ready to play.
Exactly. Did you have a good time gallivanting?
I did. I went to Japan. It was fantastic.
I know, it looked awesome. I was very jealous.
Yeah. Did you keep up with the Instagram? Did you?
Yes, I kept up with the Instagram.
Yeah, no, it was very good. We did. It was a really good, nice mix. It wasn't relaxing, particularly because insofar as we walked about 20 kilometers every single day, pretty much on average. There were a couple of days we didn't. A couple of days we were about 12k or so, but for the most part we were walking a lot. But we had a good mix of culture, food, and fun. You know, we did arcades, we did some karaoke, we saw Mount Fuji, we did lots of temples and shrines, went to some nice castles. It was a really good. I ate some amazing food, including octopus balls, which are they're not as good as you think they're going to be.
Now, those are balls made of octopus, right? Because I don't know much about cephalopods, but I don't think they reproduce like mammals.
They're it's just basically a dough, like a batter ball of batter with pieces of octopus in them. Very impressive the way they're made, and they taste nice if you like octopus, but they're not special. I was a little underwhelmed, but the sushi was really good, and the tempura was really good. And yeah, it was really good, and also just the food in general, like the food you get in the convenience stores there is so good. You know, we had a Michelin star ramen as well that we had to queue for 2 hours. That was a long time in the rain, but it was worth it. It's not very often I would say it's worth queuing 2 hours for food, but it was really good.
That sounds crazy. Michelin star ramen.
There's 3 ramen bars that are Michelin starred in Tokyo, and they're like, but like they're not like expensive. It's like 900 yen for the bowl for our ramen, so that's about £5. So like it's literally it's just they happen to be, you know, good enough to get the Michelin star, and luckily none of them have decided to quadruple their prices. But that's why they don't take. There's no such thing as seat reservations really in Japan. Some places do. For the most part, there aren't restaurant reservations aren't a thing to the same extent as they are here. So you just got to show up early and queue.
See, that's kind of nice. Very un-British. Well, no, British are good at queuing, but not having a sort of a hierarchy of privilege is not very British.
Yes, exactly. So it's a nice experience because of the actual chef himself presents it to you and everything, and he's very humble and very nice man. And the ramen was absolutely fantastic. It was so good. Really good holiday. Jealous. It's good to be back.
And we're back at Oathsworn, and we're going to have a story time, and I'm excited for story time. This is my favorite stream, because Chris just reads me stories, and I just sit and listen and have fun. I don't need to remember any rules or anything.
So those who have been following us may remember we fled Bastogne at the end of chapter 3.
So spoilers. This is the spoilers beginning here, folks.
Sorry.
Well, they were warned. They should know. It's chapter 5. But glad we've got Mumpass and Eddie here. Also, isn't Mumpass a Pokemon? We've got a Pokemon in chat. It's the little round one that sort of like looks like a sleeping pig.
I think I might remember that. I didn't watch much after Gen 1 though. So I'm not very good at post Gen 1 Pokemon.
No, me either, really, but I play the games. Not all of them. I haven't played them since Silver, I think.
I only played the very first one, and then I played Let's Go, the remake of the original. And I have Arceus on the Switch, but I haven't played much of it. I should play a new one to get back into it. But yes, spoilers. Yes, definitely. Not for everything up to and including Chapter 5. But yeah, so sorry, go ahead.
No, I'll let you crack on.
Oh, I was just going to say, so we fled Bastone, the city we started after it was overrun by Deepwood. We then spent Chapter 4 basically trying to get out of the Deepwood in a cool little mini game, which was a lot of fun. And now we seem to have arrived in Verum, based on the setup for Chapter 5. And you may remember before the campaign started, we lost Michael in the Deepwood. They call him Samuel in the game. We lost one of our off camera. We lost Samuel to Deepwood. Michael Samuel, and we keep having visions of him. Although we think that was the satyr that caused the visions, right? We don't think that's anything more to that, or do we? I can't remember.
Well, what's it? I mean, the visions are reminiscent of the mental influence of the satyr, but we've been having visions of Samuel since the outset. And the satyr, it begins with a vision of Samuel. The whole game begins with a vision of Samuel.
It begins with a recounting of what happened to Samuel.
Yeah, but don't we get back to the bar and see him there, or like nearby the bar?
I think that's Chapter 2. I don't think it starts till Chapter 2. But we don't know, I guess. Not 100% sure if it was just the influence of the satyr or there's something more going on with Samuel/Michael.
I think there's something more going on.
I reckon so. Okay, well, without any further ado, Chapter 5, Homecoming. Hunger and cold gnaw at you and the remaining survivors from Bastone. The constant rain has not helped, and the column slogs along behind you in thick trails of mud. The retreat from Bastone has not been easy. A week of keeping these people alive with one hand on the wire road has been exhausting. Rations are now reduced to stale crumbs, bandages are all used, and morale is frayed. Yesterday, several refugees gave in to the horror and simply ran into the woods to embrace the inevitable. It was swift, which is what they wanted. In the back of your mind, all you noticed were fewer mouths to feed. As you force yourselves and those in your charge forward into the woods, you see a shift in the colours ahead, not green after green. Something stark. Walls. Open mystery envelope B and place its contents in the centre of play. Place Chapter 5 time track beneath it and place the free company marker on location 3. Take the Path A card. So we've already grabbed the opened mystery envelope B, which is a map. As you can see before you, a Verum. Path A.
Oh no, I've lost the Path A card.
I actually forgot to take. Oh, here it is. I was about to say I forgot to take it out, but I haven't. Here it is. Path A. Right. 3.3. I can't see chat, by the way. So hello everyone in chat. I'm not sure who isn't there, but hello everybody.
Difter's here. Eddie's here. Mumpass is here. There's someone else lurking. Maybe more.
Hello everybody.
We are here in the city of Verum.
Oh, location 3. I forgot. Did you place location 3?
Yep, that's the King's Gate up at the north.
Oh. The tree is thin, not by nature, but by hatchet and axe. The Deepwood is fought here in a battle for sanity. Pulling from the tree line, you see the mighty walls of Verum. You glance back behind you into the woods. The line you lead is long and weak. The trees are swaying, in a disconcerting manner, as if trying to keep you in. You urge the broken people forward. They cheer as they see the walls. Cries of thanks and sobbing break out at the sight of them. Some 60 feet high and bristling with spikes at the base, the walls stand vigil against all that would threaten the city. Framed in the light of the rising sun, you can make out patrols of heavily armed guards walking the parapets and watchmen on the walls. Massive gates rise high in their midst, and the great iron bull of Baron glares at you from atop the gate's towers. As you approach, still 30 paces away, a horn sounds through the air, causing all to look up and halt. Atop the walls above the gate, a dozen guards part and make way for a man with a gleaming helmet topped with a feathered blue plume. He strides forward and extends a warning arm to your company. Bastion has fallen, and we are all that is left. Open the gates, you call. What in the name of the One is this? He shouts, ignoring the fact that you've spoken at all. Gesturing to the refugees behind you, you expect to be allowed anywhere near the walls of Baron? These gates do not open for mobs that emerge from the deep wood. Choose one. Show him the oath marks on your arms. Tell him you have civilians and children with you, sick and wounded. Or tell him you have something to trade for entrance. Yeah, those three options.
Oh dear.
And for those of you who've forgotten, Mike's making all the choices so far until he catches up with me in the campaign.
It's true. Yeah, Chris has done all of this before. What chapter are you on in your other game?
We finished 6. So we've done just one more.
Oh, so we're catching up to you.
We are.
Hashtag blame Mike. Yeah, that's about right.
Exactly. It's funny though, because even though this chapter 5 and 6 are fresher in my memory, well, sorry, not fresh. They're more recent. They're less fresh in my memory for some reason.
That is interesting. I do get what you mean though. It's like, yeah, you remember the sort of this. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I played chapter 1 twice as well. That's the other thing. I played with Deborah as well.
I don't think this guy's going to be particularly sympathetic to the fact that we've got women and children with us on account of the fact that he said we don't let bands of refugees in, so that's what are refugees? Sorry, say again?
Yeah. Yeah, he said as much, hasn't he? And also he can see them.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, so I don't think he's going to suddenly change his mind on that front. I'm concerned about saying we have something to trade just because I don't know whether we can trust him, and I don't know what he would want. I'm also a little concerned he might be interested in Lady Alana, the noblewoman that's with us. And I don't know if I want to like start trading people. So I don't know about that. I mean, we do have a lot of allies. We've collected 8 allies.
I don't want to start trading people. We do have a lot of people. Do we need all these people?
Do we need all these people? Do we need 6 allies? So far we haven't, but we are in hardcore mode, so we might need them before too long.
Very true.
But yeah, so I think we try the oath marks and see what happens. Mumpass also interjects with a question about the game, and I think it says, "Okay, I didn't follow your adventure. Is it good like a must-have game? Or is it a little bit of rinse and repeat? Any comparison with other games?" That's a broad topic, and I'm not sure I want to derail our entire adventure right now to answer in the level of detail I'd like to answer. But I'd say, yes, there are other comparable games. It is broadly the same 2 steps every chapter. There are 21 chapters. It's story and then encounter. But it doesn't feel repetitive so far, and I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yes, and if you like this style of game, dungeon crawling style game, I think it's a must-have if you like that genre. I'd also say we did do a race that he played on Oathsworn, which was based off of I think at that point I played the first six chapters. I think Mike, you'd only play the demo at that stage possibly.
Yeah, I don't think I played any of the actual game with you yet.
So it's my opinion after 6 chapters, and Mike's opinion after doing a couple of demos, but not having played the full thing. But obviously, we talk about it in much more detail in that video.
Yeah, and I'd be sort of a little bit hesitant to just describe it as a dungeon crawler. It's certainly got elements in common with that genre, but it's definitely not like a power fantasy. It's a bit grimmer and bleaker than that, and it's also much more narrative driven. And it's sort of closer to a boss battler, right? Which you could say, what is the distinction between that and a crawler, right? Because they do have similarities, but
no, I think you're right. Though I think it's true that it's a boss battler rather than
yeah. So yeah, I mean, he says, or Mumpass, sorry, says it's a boss battler more like Aeon Trespass, right? I mean, I haven't actually managed to play Aeon Trespass yet. But I have played Kingdom Death Monster and also Townsfolk Tussle. And in terms of the format, it's similar. In terms of the actual mechanisms, they're quite different. This is a lot more story-driven than either of those games.
It's kind of a bit like, I'd almost say, it's almost a Gloomhaven, but instead of dungeon crawl after the story mode, you have a boss battler. Or after the Gloomhaven phase.
But this is a lot more narrative-driven than Gloomhaven, I think. Even though Gloomhaven actually, the Gloomhaven game itself has more story, I think, than it's given credit for, simply because there's very little written story. It's a lot of, like, sort of characters. I understand the comparison with Gloomhaven. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it necessarily... I mean, at a high level... Yeah, similar. At a low level, quite different, you know. This is more action-oriented. It's one big fight. It's dicey. I mean, it's not too dicey. That's one of the things Chris likes about it. We could get into the argument about random chance. But, you know, in terms of sort of mental arithmetic.
Versus the deck, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It has the option of drawing cards or rolling. That's why I like.
But, anyway, I think Mumpass, if you like this kind of game or any of these sorts of things appeal to you, you can't really go wrong with this one.
Yeah, it's very well designed for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
In itself, whatever it is.
But yes, it's absolutely city combat, city combat, city combat, city combat, yes.
Yeah.
Although, you know, the city actually,
yes,
I mean, that...
Yeah.
I was going to say, the city thing can be quite varied, and sometimes it's just a little choose your own adventure. Sometimes it's a bit more involved than that without, you know, spoiling for you. If you want to see what I'm talking about, you can go and scope out episode 4.
Yeah. And who knows,
which is not 4.5.
And that kind of thing might happen again. We don't know.
Yeah, we just don't know. I mean, Chris doesn't even know all of it yet. He's not even halfway through.
No, I'm a third of the way through. I think it's 18 or so chapters, maybe 20, something like that.
21.
Yes, I'm not even a third of the way through. I'm actually only just over a quarter, in fact. Alright, so you're showing him the oath mark.
Yeah.
You roll up your sleeves and step forward. Perform a threatening check, difficulty 6.
Oh my god. Right, that means I need 6 successes, 6 value, right?
6 value and not 2 misses. Like
6 value and not 2 misses. Can I just share with you guys real quick the character that's trying to threaten this guy? Oh wait, hang on. I gotta put this on here. Here's my threatening witch. She's got a bit of glare on it there. Maybe we can see her over here a bit better, but she's not very threatening.
Why don't we send that hunter forward to do it?
Yeah, we're literally all here. Let's send our most threatening person.
I'm just looking at the things. I don't think any of our things help this. Friends fortuitous flax on the Harbinger says gain a redraw on attack or basic check. This is not a basic check. This is a threatening check. Yeah, I think this is just a raw dice power.
Is this so a basic check will be called out as a basic check?
I believe so. Isn't that correct?
I thought basic check was anything that's non-combat, but you know what? I'd never even read the rulebook for this, so I don't know.
It's been a long time since we played it. You decide how many cards and things you want, because it's a redraw anyway, so it's you won't need to know for a minute anyway. Okay,
Well, we can definitely. I think we probably need 4 dice. Not 4 dice, but 4 things if we're gonna succeed at 6. So we could have 2 dice and 2 cards, maybe.
So just it says empowered tokens could be used in story mode if it was a might check. Redraw tokens can be used now during the story mode as well, but we have none. You always start a story with nothing.
Right. Yes, I was about to ask if there should have been tokens in our bags, but no. The answer is no.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm afraid.
I've got a 5/6 power token or whatever they're called in the bag, but I can't remember why.
I don't think we can use items. Actually, I think you're right. I think we can't use items in the story mode checks ever.
Yeah, I don't think that there's.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely something about basic checks, but I've forgotten what it is. But I don't think. But actually, basic checks are also a thing that happens during encounters, so maybe it's right. Yeah.
They are.
Anyway, let's go with 2 dice and 2 cards. So let's see the dice first. Bum, 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 bum. Threatening Witch. Oh no, I've missed already. That was very anticlimactic. It just rolled straight into 2 blanks. The cards were a 2 crit and also a blank.
Oh,
so that was kind of fated to not be threatening. Here's another card anyway for the crit, and it's a 1. So I guess we're off to not really a helpful amount of cards that have come out, and terrible dice. God, I was rolling super well in Final Girl last night. Damn it.
Well, I guess you used up all that power because we failed. So
I still died in that too. So spoilers. Sorry.
Right. So you failed. Right. Screams from the rear of the line reach your group as you usher everyone toward the gate. I knew it! The captain swears. Close the gate! Close the gate! They've awakened the Deepwood! You turn and see people in the tree line being thrown. Petitions from the refugees rise to a loud crescendo. We cannot risk a breach! The captain retaliates. You've brought danger to this city, and it's my job to protect it, not you. You turn, draw your weapons, and head back to the back of the line. Perform a round of combat against Defense 6. So this is just basically we have to defeat. We have to get 6 basically, or else we take a wound. We still win the combat, regardless in terms of the story progression.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to. So each character individually might take a hit.
I gotta get all of our hit points and things out.
Yeah, I never got my 4 hit point dice out, so I've done that.
We just start with 6, right? 6 hit points.
Yeah, start with 6. So.
Do we get our might for this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a round of combat, if anything, like anything else was.
Oof.
So I have a black mice on my harbinger. I have 1 yellow mice on my warden. You have a red mite on your priest, and a red on your witch.
Witch as well.
We need 6. That's quite tough.
Is it just standard might we can use for this? We don't get to use our items, do we? No.
No, the items are what it's
we get the inherent might, but we don't we're not doing any sort of card triggers or anything.
No, because we're not killing. I'm not going to kill a minion, and we're not going to do this. We're not going to get knocked back. Because this is an arbiter. This is an abstract.
Abstracted danger.
We can use empower tokens to empower our dice, but again, we don't have them.
We don't have any empowered. Oh. All right. Well, I guess it is what it is. All right. Against 6. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to defeat 6 basically again, right?
We're trying to do 1 damage basically, which is match. So that's match 6 or higher. I'm going to roll 4 dice, a black and 3 white, and a yellow and 3 white for my 2 respective characters. With all the cat hair on it.
Here, and then I press this. Hey, I did it! I did set it up correctly.
Is it all
Long
is
ago.
there? Edges. Yeah, you. Yeah, think so. All right. Do you want me to go ahead and roll, or do you want to go first?
We'll go along the line. So it's Harbinger, Warden, Priest, Witch.
That's exactly the order I have it in, and we did not coordinate that. Wow. All right. Here we go. Easy.
Ah, Harbinger crushes it. Wild.
All right. Do the same thing again, but replace the black for yellow, and this is the Warden. Nailed it. Do you want to draw a card there for the crit, or do you want to leave it?
Sure, let's draw a card. Why not? The card is a 1. Okay. That's okay. So it got 2 1s, a 2 crit, and a blank out of the deck. Alright. Let's see. Priest's got 1 red might. So I'll take a red die, and I'll take 2 white cards, I think. Is that going to be enough? Actually, I need to get to 6, don't I? And this only has, 3s on it. I'll do what you did. 3. I'm going to do 3 cards and a red die. Here we go. Oh, come on. There's a 2. A 2.
You need another 2, though.
And a blank! God damn it! So
We're
the priest is...
now. We're laughing now, but that could be the wound that kills you in the encounter.
Yeah, I know, right? So the priest is down to 5.
Yep.
So I've adjusted him down to 5 there. If I come up here, you guys should be able to see a little better. There we go. Okay, I think I'm off of the cards now. So for the witch, I'm just going to roll and pray. Yeah, Difter says I need to get back to the school of dice rolling. Because things...
Well, my class is temporarily closed while I was away, right?
That's the problem. Yeah, I need those what do they say, pickup lessons. Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done it with the witch. It's hard to see, but we got it with the witch, and there's a crit there as well. So I'll pull a card and we'll see what we ditch. It's a 1. So I don't know. That white card deck actually is probably much over much at this point.
Yep. Okay. So only the priest lost health. That's good.
That's not too bad.
Fiends of flesh and fur claw at the ragged line of survivors. People are dragged into the trees, never to be seen again. And you know it will not take long now that Deepwood has woken. Between cleaving arcs of your weapons, you look back at the gates. There is no hope of them opening if they fear a breach, even for Oathsworn. You spy the guard captain atop the walls, staring defiantly at the refugees. He looks back over his shoulder for a moment and draws back, bowing fearfully. In his place glides the unmistakable form of one of the watchers, draped in black robes and a heavy weighted cowl. You cannot see its face beneath the hood, but you can feel its gaze upon you. It continues considering, and after a moment raises its raven-headed staff. The gates begin to grind open. The captain rushes to set warriors at the opening, and you bellow for the survivors to run for the gates! With the backs to the city at the rear, with your backs to the city at the rear of the line, you stand as a shield for the survivors. And as the last few step through your bolt, you bolt for the opening. All Oathsworn perform a survival check of difficulty 2. So I think for me, it's just going to be 3 white dice. I think I'm going to handle it.
What's the check?
Survival check, difficulty 3.
Three, yeah, 3 white dice seems reasonable.
And it's if all succeed or any fail. So if anyone fails, we're getting the bad result.
All right,
Oh.
well,
Bad result might just say anyone who failed suffers a wound, maybe, or it could be even worse. Who knows? Do you want to go left to right again?
yep, let's do it.
All right, 3 white dice. That's you can't see. Can you see all the
Yeah,
numbers?
I can see 1, 1, 2. Yep.
Great,
So
perfect.
the Harbinger's okay.
And the warden is absolutely fine. He is. And it's up to you if you want to crit or not with the
Card deck. Sure.
Yeah.
It's another 1. I don't know. I'm feeling like I've not seen that. I'm allowed to look through the discard, right?
Yes.
All right, let's have a look here. 1, 1, blank. 2, 2, 1, 1, blank. I mean, we've got a lot of 1s.
If
We've
anyone's
got 2
wondering why,
blanks.
it's because I went to the shop earlier and saw it, and it was like, I have an iron brew in here. So I wanted an iron brew.
What are the distributions in the deck?
It's representing 3 dice. So a white will have 4 times 2, 3 times 2. So that's 6 blanks, 3 crits, 3 regular 2s, and 6 1s. Yeah, 6 blanks. No, wait. Yeah,
Okay.
6 blanks, 6 1s, 3 crits, 3 2s.
So, what I'm hearing in here is that we've got 2 1s, 4 blanks, a 2, and 2 crits left in the deck. That's quite a lot of blanks.
It's tempting. Yeah.
I mean, it's tempting because there's like 3 2s left in there.
How many cards in total are there?
Left in the deck?
Yeah.
There's the 2 crits and a 2, 4 blanks, and 2 1s. So that's 9.
That's a 1 in 3 chance of getting a 2, which is the same chance you have on a die. So basically, the deck has kind of been statistically appropriate so far. Roughly.
Except that I think it's weighted now in a higher favor of blanks over 1s. So actually, if it's not even going to get a 2, then it's actually...
Also higher favor crit over regular 2. So I think it's pretty balanced.
I think I'm just going to roll. I think that I'm more likely to get those blanks. So here we go. Priest. Come on, Priest. You can do it, bud. I believe in you. He's done it! He's crushed it!
Oh.
It's a 5. With all the crits.
To...
I'm going to burn a couple of cards and see what I get. I burned a... Oh, it's the 2 crit. God damn it. And a blank. And I get another card, actually.
Yeah, you
right?
can burn another card. Yep.
And it's a 1. So...
1 of everything gone.
Yeah. That, I think, has changed the distribution not at all, really, except now there's no crits.
Our attempt... Isn't there 1 crit left? There is.
No, I think that's... You said 3 crits, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's all 3 gone. Oh, no, you're right, actually. No, it's the 2s I was thinking of. Yep, you're right. There's 1 crit left. 1 crit, 1 regular 2, 1 1, and then 3 blanks.
Our attempt to stack the white deck has not worked out with the game.
Yeah, it's almost like it's been shuffled really well. Sort of completely even distribution. Alright, here we go. This is for the witch. I believe in you, witch! No! Fuck! God damn it! Oh, is it... Can you not see it? No, you can't see it at all.
Yeah, I can see.
Oh,
it's
you
one
can
one.
see it. Yeah. It's a 1/1 blank. God damn it. I'm so upset.
Any fail, this happens. For those that fail, as you are struck by one of the beasts and lose a hit point.
Okay.
I guess I'll be doing the risky stuff this round. As you break.
Happen? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say what'll happen is when we finally get to the battle next stream, it'll be like, why is everyone so badly hurt on my side?
Yeah. You'll have forgotten, and then you'll be like, "Oh, because I'm bad at dice, I forgot."
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
As you break from the trees, archers fire down into the masses of flesh that chase you. You fling yourselves through the gate just in time as it clamps shut. Beyond the wall, bestial howls rise in frustration. Covered in rain, sweat, and blood, you gaze around at the survivors. A cheer goes up. They clasp hands to your shoulders, crying and thanking you. Everyone knows you saved them. Officials come from the gate offices with sticks and tallying boards to check the survivors' condition and to make sure they brought none of the deep wood in with them. After a time, the survivors begin to disperse into the city, but not before they gather up iron from amongst them as a reward. All Oathsworn gain 1 iron for every refugee. Location tokens and time tokens that the free company has. So I assume you took note of this, didn't you?
Yeah. According to this, we have 6 refugees.
That sounds about right. So that's 6 times 4. So that's 24 money we get.
Incredible.
Because we've just been collecting money collectively, right? Because you can freely pass it around anyway. So.
Yeah.
We can.
So,
how much money do we have?
We had 22, so now we've got 46.
Great. So we can just say everyone has a quarter of that, if it ever matters in the future. If ever there's a situation where it says only the money on this character can be used for this or something, then we'll just say everyone has a quarter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you have 5 or more refugees, also gain a free company trait. Mark this on your free company sheet. Great.
Oh yeah, okay. So you wanted bigger backpack, right?
I definitely want it at some point, but we should but let's look through it again. So, what do we have? We have field medic, right?
I think that's all we have.
Oh.
Yep, we've got field medic, and that's it.
So, what other options are there?
So there's scavenger, loot 1 extra common item per chapter. Herbalist, gain 2 curatives each time you purchase 1. Tough as nails. During encounter setup, each Oathsworn can choose to roll an unused hit point die, and whoever rolls highest regains 1 lost hit point. Endurance, your backpack can hold up to 20 items. True Grit, when you gain an injury, draw 2 and pick 1, discard the other. Well Connected, sending a runner to a blacksmith or apothecary no longer costs additional iron. Then we've got the field medic, then we've got quartermaster, gain 1 extra ration at the start of every Deepwood journey. Bushcraft is a 3-fer. It says 1, 2, or 3 redraws on survival checks. Keen-eyed is redraws on spot search and listen checks. Quick-witted is redraws on barter, threaten, and reason checks. And camaraderie is allies enter play with 2, 3, or 4 redraw or empower tokens.
I mean, the one that lets you buy curatives more easily is good, and the one that lets you draw 2 injuries gives you a high chance of drawing curatives. They're both very good.
Yep, I'm with you on that one.
What are you leaning towards? What's chat leaning towards?
Chatter still just reprimanding my terrible dice rolls, so so maybe we should take one of those 3-fers and get some redraws on basic checks.
The thing I don't like about those 3-fers is we could take if we take one now, we might not encounter that type of check for ages.
Yeah, on the flip side though, well actually what I was going to say is true of all of them. The earlier we take it, the more we'll get out of it. But yeah, I do like the idea of quick-witted, because I feel like diplomacy is sort of like opens doors,
Diplomacy. Yeah.
Yeah, because quick-witted is barter, threaten, and reason.
Okay. Yeah, well, if I was going to pick one of the 3-fers, it would be that one, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. But I'm quite happy to pick I quite like Herbalist as well. Gain 2 curatives whenever you purchase 1. I think that's marginally better than True Grit, because for True Grit to find a curative, we still have to buy them. So if we have Herbalist and then get True Grit, we're really stacking the deck in our favor.
Yeah, although the thing about True Grit is, even if you don't get a curative, you can still pick the least of the 2.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't know how much difference there is amongst the injuries. I'm just going to scope out.
We've already seen a decent spread. I would say
injuries. Oh, these are the 2 injury cards we've got on our NPCs. So fortunately, these don't really matter. But if they were affecting us, we'd have internal bleeding, which is gain a bleed token. Then if you have 2 or more, remove 1 and lose 1 health.
It's every time you play. Every time you have to play these cards basically whenever they come back into your hands through battle flow.
Mm-hmm. But they don't count as one of your 7, right? When you're making your deck. And then you've got Concussion. If you have less than 4 ability cards in your hand, lose a defense for the rest of the encounter. Mark this with a tracker token.
That's awful.
That's so bad. Yeah, that I don't know which of these is worth though, actually. Because
so luckily,
that's 2 and 3.
Because they're on companions, I believe they don't do anything. One injury card doesn't do anything to a companion.
That's correct. They don't. Yeah, they're going to lose a certain amount of health at the beginning of an encounter based on how much, how many injury cards they have, and 1 card is 0.
Yeah, companions basically have super streamlined rules. So instead of having specific injuries, they just have generic injuries. So I don't know. We do have a lot of money. We could buy that one that you buy curatives, more 2-for-1 curatives, and we could send a runner to the apothecary, or even go to the apothecary ourselves if that's appropriate, and we could just buy a crap ton of curatives. I think you can only buy 5 maximum. Is that right per purchase? I don't know why I think that.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I mean, I think we bought some at one point, but I've forgotten.
Yeah, we 100% have some. And we got some. I don't know, just have an opinion on the card. I'd be between I'm between the rerolls on diplomacy checks, bigger backpack, or buy more curatives or True Grit. Those are the 4 I'm between.
Yeah, I like all 4 of those as well. Do we have... what's Field Medic? Once per chapter, pay X iron to archive 1 injury card from 1 Oathsworn. So we do already have Field Medic to get rid of an injury card.
Yes, that's true. Good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'd actually... So yeah, I'd be tempted to take either Quick-Witted or Backpack, and then maybe Herbalist down the line.
Okay. Which one do you want then? You seem to be leaning towards Quick-Witted, so I'm okay with that if you are.
I'll tell you what. Let's grab it and then see if it goes well. I think it might be fun for the show, even if it's a horrible decision.
Okay, cool. Quick-Witted.
So
in fairness,
on all of our...
At the top of the stream, I did say the wittiest thing that's ever been said, as you all remember. So makes sense.
Yeah, this is in keeping with our incredible wit.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Does that mean, by the way, should we? I know they're only our companions, but we can only Field Medic. We can only use once per chapter.
So we should probably drop 1 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably the internal bleeding from the Warden, right? Just because he's a bit more combat oriented.
I was going to suggest you because you're the healer, but actually that makes... Yeah, you're right, actually. Maybe that's the opposite of sensible.
Well, it just means that you're more likely to be taking damage overall than the priest, I think, because the priest doesn't tend to... He tends to stand around at the outside doing blessing and heal.
That's true. Okay, so is it we spend iron equals the current chapter, is that what it says?
Where X is the current chapter number, yeah, so we'd have to pay 5.
Let's pay 5 iron then, and let's lose. Let's use our Field Medic skills to lose... to sulk my internal bleeding.
What happens to this card? Did we remove it from the game, or does it go back in the deck?
What does Field Medic say?
Archive.
I think that means go back to where it was. It does, yeah, it does. Put it back where it was, basically, back in the deck.
Cool.
Back in the injury deck, unfortunately.
I shall shuffle it in.
I shall continue.
Cool.
Lose all refugees and rations tokens. Place all location and time tokens back in supply, and erase your rations from the free company sheet. So basically, all rations gone, all refugees gone. That's all done with for now.
For now.
The captain from the wall approaches. He removes his helm. It wants to see you. Come, follow me. He leads you through swarms of people and up the stairway, flings inside the outer walls of Varen. He stops at the top and points, unwilling to go any further. It is unclear if it is shadows that hide the Watcher's visage. Is it visage? Would you say visage or visage in this context? I guess you say visage, wouldn't you?
I would have said visage, but
yeah,
I'm not an authority.
I was going to French on that. Okay, it is unclear from its shadow. It is unclear if it is shadows that hide the Watcher's visage, or if its very face is made of them. It walks slowly to the edge of the wall and looks at the new crowd you've brought with you. Report. A rasping voice. It listens as you detail the fall of Bastogne, the keening cry of the witch in the trials of Deepwood. Although its robes pulse and flow with the wind, it seems not to move or react to any of the tales of woe. Leave me, it says, finally. You all too gladly retreat from it. There are many unnerving things in the world, but the watch really sets your teeth on edge.
What is this weird new creature that's arrived?
In the weeks, well, he hadn't arrived. I think he was here, wasn't he? He's stationed here, I think. There.
Yeah, no, but I mean, what is he? He sounds weird and not human.
It says it had a raspy voice. It says its face might be made of shadows. So
yeah.
In the weeks that follow, you acclimatize to civilization. Not long after the events at the gate, a runner brings you an envelope. Opening it, you find a note in a fine script. In acknowledgement of your great service to the crown and the fallen city of Bastogne, and on the authority of His Royal Highness King Favian, you are given deed of title to the following property: 1 tavern of Tunsin Lane, Old Town. And now, can you please change to page 54 for a visual, for a little bit of artwork. Needs a tad of cleaning, but nothing else that these old hands can't fix, Bram says as he rolls up. Oh, Bram had a different voice. Bram had a much deeper voice, didn't he? Hang on. What was Bram's voice? I seem to remember. Needs a tad of cleaning, but nothing these old hands can't fix. That was it, Bram says as he rolls up his sleeves and enters the abandoned tavern behind you. It's a fine hall, Midge nods, bounding in and surveying the surroundings. I'd reckon you hang trophies over there, eh? Maybe a nice table by the fire to play some pyramids and such? You can make this place quite the centre of town with my help. I do feel, Greycane adds, as he gently shoulders you by you, the addition of a few serving girls might brighten the place a bit. With your friends suddenly moving old furniture and fueling the fires with their imagination, you realize that they actually might be right. Our lady is back, bless her. She's back, Bram says with a tear in his eye. Oh, says Midge. Bram turns to the lad with a faint smile on his face. The Broken Oak. Gain a free company trait. Another one.
Good job, everyone. Well done. Well,
this is the one you get anyway, right? The other one was a bonus.
I see.
Everyone remember Bram is gruff, and Midge is a street urchin, and Grey Cane has a distinguished voice. Everyone remember that? Because I'm struggling.
This is like when I had to do oh god, Castle Von Logan, and I had like to do 13 characters.
I'm not 100% sure. Grey Cane and Bram might have swapped voices at one point. I can't remember it. Around chapter 2 or 3, we'd have to go back and check. But it is what it is now. Right. Which are we going to get? What company trait are we going to get then?
Shall we get bigger backpack? Because you're quite keen for that.
I am quite keen for that, I must admit, because it just means we can sell more stuff and buy more curatives and whatever, right?
Yeah, I just don't feel like we've been ditching a lot of... Well, maybe we have been ditching a lot of stuff, actually.
We've definitely had quite a few reshuffles. But, well, I don't mind. We can grab another different reroll if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, Difter, if you want to keep some notes about the voices there and let us know, keep us on track.
Now he's just going to embarrass me whenever I mess it up.
Midge's voice has to change over the course of the chapters as he ages and goes through puberty. Man, we did quite well on our first chapter. Look at this, right? I'm just spotting this. Like the first chapter, we avoided ambush and discovered everything, and then chapter 2, we missed the unique item. And then after that, we just managed to avoid ambush and got nothing extra.
Oh, we have to. This is our opportunity to set that right.
Ambushed is like we get ambushed, right? Not we ambush them. Or is ambush also good?
You want the ticks. The tick is good.
Oh, okay. So actually, we never managed to set up an ambush. We're just not that good.
Wait, am I wrong about? No, I'm not sure actually. Now, I guess we'll find out.
I think it's the way they've written ambushed. That sounds like we're being ambushed, but maybe it's wrong. Maybe it means you ambush them. I suppose True Grit would be pretty useful, but I'm still kind of thinking about like Field Medic. Like we just haven't managed to get. We haven't had too much of an issue with injuries so far. I mean, we've just like either. What's that?
Yes, we have.
With injuries.
We've definitely drawn injuries quite a few times, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know.
We just pay to get rid of them.
Yeah, well, if we ever get several in a row, then we're in trouble.
Yes, this is true. But I feel like we've mostly straight up died.
Only one character's died in a fight.
It's true. Okay, well let's take endurance then, and then that gives us more options and more money if we want to sell things, and more money can pay for all kinds of stuff.
I definitely think you can't go wrong with more stuff in an RPG.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll take endurance. Our backpack capacity is now 20.
I mean, sometimes in an RPG, I level up endurance just so I can carry more, just so I have to go through my inventory fewer times.
Yeah, auditing an inventory is such a pain.
It's so annoying. We have to go through, see how many wheels of cheese do I have in Skyrim?
The answer's not enough. The answer's always not enough.
It's like an ad for Skyrim Very Special Edition. It's like, Alexa, drink a health potion. You are out of health potions. How much cheese do I have? You have 16,000 wheels of cheese. Eat all the cheese. Eat all the cheese. Right. It says next, place location token 7 and go there. So that means location token 7 is going to come off the board. We're on path A, so we go to 7.1.
What have I screwed up here, Chris? Am I supposed to put it on the chapter track 7 on the chapter track?
Yes, you place it on the board, but then we go there. So when we go there, you remove it from the board and place it on the chapter 5 time track.
Oh, okay. So we should just have one on the time track currently, one token.
Exactly, which is this one. Yeah.
Good.
The new broken oak smells of wood, ale, and sweat. Just as any tavern should. It has taken weeks of Bram commanding a team of men paid in food, Grey Cane gathering people to lend a hand, and Midge taking credit for everything else. The people of Bastogne come to offer thanks and share a simple meal of root and potato porridge. They are settling into Verum and come to you sharing stories of their new homes. They speak of the overwhelming hugeness of it all, of new jobs, new lives, the strange plants like Edendry living in the green streets, and even of a strange sickness being found in the cobbles. The oak becomes a gathering place for the remnants of Bastogne, and without meaning to, you gain a band of regulars more than happy to raise a mug in your honour and tell of the comings and goings of the city. For a time, all is well, and you can forget the nightmares in the fall of Bastogne.
Can I just say something real quick? This is like a TV series where you really like the characters, and then like between seasons, it's like there was a period of great happiness, but now we begin a new time of trouble for the next series because nobody wants to sit and just watch people enjoying themselves, right? And I'm like, no, I'd quite like to hang out with these characters I like and just have a nice time for a while. No, too bad.
Well, prepare to be both happy and frustrated at the same time. All Oathsworn return all injury cards to the injury deck and shuffle the injury deck.
God damn it. Well, that was a waste of money, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right. Day 7, you descend the main stairs to the Hunter's Hall. Arrayed before you is a comfortable scene of patrons and allies dotted about the room. At the bar, Grey Cane takes a sip from a mug and coughs, sputtering. 7. What is that? Across the bar, Bram furrows his eyebrows. Did you decant this from an Ursa's chamber pot? Oh, sorry. God damn it, that was Grey Cane talking. Did you decant this from an Ursa's chamber pot? Grey Cane continues. So I was trying to work out who was talking next. It's not bad. I rather like it. Molly, one of the serving girls, says, smiling encouragingly at Bram. Don't encourage him, Molly, or he might make another and finish me off, Grey Cane replies. Taking a swig himself, Bram says, It needs a little something. I'll get it right. Just need some experimentation. Grey Cane looks over his shoulder, noticing you. Hi, good morning. Some news came earlier. Looks like there's a contract. There's time enough for that, though. I know some of the others want to talk to you. Talk to each ally once. If Lysine is your ally, if Cedric is your ally, if the Mute Boy is your ally, if Celeste is your ally, if Dane is your ally, if Steet is your ally. So which of these allies do we have?
We have Cedric. We have Lysine.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Let's just do... We're going to talk to all of them, according to this. So we're going to go top to bottom, okay? So
you go talk to who?
We're going to top to bottom. So Lysine, okay. We'll start with Lysine, okay?
Okay.
Because we're going to talk to all of them, it says.
Yep.
Okay. He bends you over to a table where she cuts fresh herbs. You've seen what I am, and still you've let me stay here. Thank you. Lysine speaks slowly. I wanted to repay you. There was space enough for a herb garden on the roof, so I've begun planting. I have some amber, so the plants will grow shortly. I'll be able to tend to your wounds and do a service to the city. That's all she has to say.
Oh, that's
we have Cedric, yes?
Yep,
it might
Cedric as well.
Okay. Ever the odd addiction, you can hear Cedric snoring from back upstairs. Rarely awake during the day, he scurries off at sundown each night and returns come morning with a handful of rats for you. It's his way of showing gratitude for bringing him to the massive labyrinthine sewers of Verum. They make excellent additions to some of Bram's stews, and he supplies the tavern with a fair amount of ingredients this way. So that's it. Him. Do we have the mute boy? I don't believe we do.
No.
Celeste?
Nope.
Dane?
Nope.
Steet?
Nope.
Where are all these people? How have we missed them?
I don't know.
Alright, well, that's it.
We don't get to talk to Gamel or Lady Alana or...
Not at this moment. Not at this moment in time.
Damn it.
You walk up to Greycane at the bar. He starts. A few days back, a crew went deepside. A free company. 40 loggers went to gather lumber. Only 2 returned. Lord Reiner, bit of an ass if you ask me, needs the wood still. He asks for you personally. He wanted the heroes of Baston to look into it and keep the new boys safe. Word of your exploits has gotten around, and the moniker that followed you these last few weeks. It seems the city criers have been ordered to expound and embellish your company's exploits to keep men's minds away from the loss of one of the great cities. This forced notoriety upon you, whether you want it or not. I know setting... Hang on, who's talking? I know setting up the Broken Oak has taken a lot of your iron recently, Greycane continues, and though Reiner may not be bright, he is rich. I suggest you see what the good man has to say about the situation. You agree you need a contract, more than just the iron. You need the practice. Comfort can kill a free company. Place location token 14 and go there. Bridge.
I got my tokens here.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Ready?
Just a minute. I've got...
I wasn't sure if your yeah was saying yeah ready or yeah I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Here we go. We're arriving at the bridge.
Excellent.
Come here, token. There we go. Ready.
Under gentle rainfall, you make your way to the bridges separating the city. A throng of people going about their business pressed in on all sides. Even in this mass, though, you are given room. The armor on your chest and the iron on your back gleam a fearful distance for many. Some of the faces passing by are covered in kerchiefs and rags, trying to protect themselves from the rot people speak of coming out of the cobbles. It seems the sickness is spreading fast to strong and weak alike, not like a bloat fly pox at all. It seems the giant fly has not been the cause of this outbreak, but only taking advantage of the rancid remains the true source has left behind. Something else plagues the people of the cobbles. Judgment! A man in a hooded cloak yells as you approach the bridge to the noble quarter. The rot is our birthright! Another shouts, his face covered in ooze. He has carved into his own flesh, some still as fresh as the blood on his knife. Only the righteous can overcome the flesh! In front of the various doomsayers, a man stands, arms outstretched as if orchestrating the mob. The man looks over his shoulder. He smiles grimly at you. Samuel. Perform a spot check, difficulty 5.
Damn it, that's not wit.
That's our question that wasn't just the satyr causing the dreams of Samuel.
Yeah, unless the satyr followed us, I guess.
We didn't kill it, that is true. It was the one boss that it specifically said it escaped, or we hoped it went away to die. But it did escape. So true. So difficulty 5 spot check, please.
Alright. Here we go. 5. 4 dice then. It doesn't matter who does this, right?
No, it's one for the free company.
Yeah! Uh-oh. No, we might be okay. We've got 4, but a crit.
Well, we can't miss with the crit. So, yeah, it's just a 1. You know, anything but a miss will succeed.
Yep. So the question is, do I draw a card that's 50-50, or do I roll a die, which is slightly better odds, right?
The die is better odds if the card deck is now got 50% blanks. Has it?
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
here we go. Die then. No! It's fucking blank. Oh my god, just kill me.
A smell of sulfur and decay as Samuel carries on smiling. Blink, and he is gone. You cast your eyes into the crowd, but your attention is immediately drawn away by the frantic faces running towards you. That's all. So, nothing bad happened. Maybe something good happens if you succeed. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to get to the end of it, and it's going to be like, you failed every single check to figure out the final boss or whatever, who is haunting your visions.
I don't think so. I don't think the game remembers that check. But yeah, maybe. You never know. The crowd is becoming more enthralled by the chorus of doomsayers. Several voices soon lend their strength, repeating absurd prophecies. Oathsworn! A priest, clad in simple robes, rushes to your side, frantically trying to gain your attention. You are Oathsworn, yes? Please, come with me. The priest looks surprised when you don't move. Please? The priest pleads with you in a whispered growl, trying to avoid unwanted attention from others in the crowd. The fate of the city is at stake. As you know, the plague has ravaged the cobbles, and it has been quarantined. A short time ago, someone broke the quarantine and ran into the city. If we do not track him down immediately, the whole city could be infected in hours. Please, I beg of you. Two paths lay before you. You may track down this plague bearer to help protect the city, or you can make your audience with the king. You will not have time to do both. Choose.
Oh god, this is important. I don't have much faith in the king to be enormously helpful. I suspect that if we go to the king, he'll probably just send us to solve the same problem the priest has, but he'll at least agree to pay us. Whereas if we go with the priest, we'll probably get more information and help people, but we won't get paid because we missed getting the actual job.
Oh, he did it for free? Thanks very much.
He'll be like, I was going to hire you to take care of this plague thing, but it seems to have solved itself, so...
with your attempt at clairvoyance in mind, which would you like to choose?
Oh, God. Well, Difter isn't speaking up with an opinion, so I guess let's... Read me the option for following the priest. It's go with the priest to find a plague bearer.
Well, I never read the options. I just said choose. The options are phrased thusly. 1. Track down the runaway plague bearer. 2. Continue on to your audience with the king.
Right. Oh, God. You're Oathsworn, aren't you? Come with me. Come on, hurry up.
I can't remember what I chose. This is hilarious.
I find this kind of choice is a real dilemma for me because I think I'm thinking my instinct is to help the priest, but I'm wondering if I'm just succumbing to this atmosphere of urgency. It could go. Can you imagine if it just leads to nothing, and then the king's like, "Also, you didn't show up." Whereas, like, if we go see the king, he might actually have useful information. I mean, he might actually have, like, a dozen apothecaries or whatever. Ah, god damn it! Or we could miss an important lead. No, I think we have to be good boys and girls this time, Kristen. We have to go see the king.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's not what I expected you to say, but okay. Are you
no,
sure?
Me either. I'm going against my natural instincts here, but I think this kind of game, I feel like I've tried to do the right thing in the past, and it's not necessarily paid off.
Okay, I'm going to ask you final answer. See the king.
Yeah, final answer. See the king.
You deny the priest's request, and fear crosses his face as he rushes on to find another who will help him. Now is not the time for heroics, and you do not underestimate how dangerous a king's ire could be, nor do you want to keep him waiting. Take Path A cards. We're already on Path A, so we're going to stay on Path A. Place location token 28 and go there.
Tifter says, go with the priest.
He
was waiting till after I'd chosen to say that.
Of course. Right, 28 is the palace.
Such a troll.
As we place location 28 on the track, we're going to trigger a city event as we walk to the palace.
So we're here on our way to the palace. And then we have to... So I go to the deck and draw a city card, right?
Yes, please. From the deck that we have, from the massive pile of cards we don't have yet in the deck.
Ah, yes, it's here. This is our deck. Right, and then those are city, and those are Deepwood. Yes, okay. So it's card... It's card number 2. If you'd like to find it and follow along.
That's fine. You can read this one to me. You've been reading these cards, haven't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
A man surrounded by a small group of observers offers to play a game of cups for 2 iron each with 2-to-1 odds. Cups is a speed game you've seen before. You just have to guess which of the 3 cups the ball is under. Each Oathsworn chooses if they want to play the game. Do you play the game, or move on and archive this event?
Each Oathsworn. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm
Both
not,
of them.
I'm not playing a game of Find the Queen. I'm not talking to a grifter. Saw that. In the palace, probably one of the biggest tourist hotspots. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. You can play if you want. I'm not playing.
It says 2-to-1 odds. Do we think that that's truthful? No. I'll tell you what. I don't think the priest would play, but I think my witch is dumb, so she'll have a go.
Okay, so just the witch is gonna play.
Just the witch who plays, yeah.
Thanks.
No, dumb, naive and trusting. Even though she's a witch, maybe she wouldn't be actually. Isn't there a whole thing that they're
they get
pariahs? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the Harbinger can see the future. He's probably the one who would do it.
It's true. Maybe there'll be a bonus if it's the Harbinger.
Yeah, you know what? Just based on that, now I want to do it with the Harbinger.
Yeah, let's go on then. Let's just do the Harbinger.
Okay. Please tell me it says a bonus.
I don't know. We'll see.
Focus, camera.
Each Oathsworn that chose to play performs a speed check, difficulty 6. Oh, but that's fine, because Chris is good at dice.
Yeah, 6 is a lot, though. You roll 5 white dice. You ready?
Yep.
6 is a lot. Oh, I got 5. Oh, very upsetting. We haven't got a reroll in this one, have we?
No, sadly we don't.
So we lose 2 money, is that it?
Yeah, each Oathsworn that plays loses 2 money. Which you can't see here, but it's fine.
This was a waste of time. And money.
Well, maybe something else would have happened if things had been different, but they weren't, and that's it.
Alright,
So this does say archive this event. But so I assume that means it goes back out of the event deck and into the main body of event cards, right?
What? Hang on. Oh no, that's disastrous.
You lost your page.
Yeah, hang on a second. Hang on, give me a second, please.
Yep.
Don't know how this has happened.
It was just too iron Difter, and I think it was worth it for the crack. The real question is, was I right to ignore the plague priest?
I have to. I've got. I don't know how this happened. I read the last location. Luckily, only one location back was from the next chapter. I don't know how.
Oh, so the plague bearer stuff was not in it?
Yeah. So when we went to the bridge, basically, okay. So when we went to the bridge, a priest did not run up to us. Instead, something else happened.
Okay, we better. But the just to be clear, guys, the city event was actually part of the time track here, so that would have happened anyway. So we can just when we get to this point, we just won't draw a city event card. Okay, that's fine. We can just back to the bridge. That means I'm gonna have to make this excruciating decision again.
Well, I think we'll just lock that decision in, probably, won't we, next time? Because you made it under duress. So.
Well, we'll see if it feels. Sorry.
We may never go there again.
Yeah, we may never go there. I was about to say, or we may know something more. So
because because Grey Cane told us Lord Reiner wanted to see us, not the king.
Yep, that's true.
Neither of us picked up on that. Okay, at least we can fix this. And it wasn't. All that we know is that in chapter 6 you meet a priest. Okay. So, when we went to the bridge, this is actually what happened. You make your way toward the noble quarter to meet Lord Reiner. Inevitably, you come to one of the old stone bridges that span the River Seine, or at least what's left of it. Many years ago, the deep woods sucked dry the river, and now the gutters take its place. Thousands of Verum's poorest huddle there in shacks clustered in the mud of the riverbed, in the shadow of once great ships forever moored on the mire. Smoke from flesh, you saw it? Snaps a man as he leaps from a spot on the bridge. He is wearing a selection of rags and rats that would make a rat catcher jealous. Doomsayers aren't uncommon in Verum. It's fairly easy to... More doomsayers even now. It's fairly easy to be right regarding predictions of death and destruction with the Deepwood at the gates. You try to dismiss the man, but then he pipes up. And running from the moor, it chased you through the walls until over your shoulder a city falls. That part of your tale was not common knowledge. Who are you, you ask? Unevenly, the crazed man scampers up to you, his face a mask of grime and wiry beard, his age unknowable through the muck of the gutter. He makes a sign of Pot's peace and bites his thumb. Herald? Herald of what? I prefer the young and old, the wet, the dry, the hot, the cold. Rarely sought, though often found, I visit all above the ground. There is something about the look behind his eyes. He knows more than he should about you, and he knows something else he seems to want to tell you. Funnily enough, the bridge seems to always represent paths, because here we go, 2 paths lay ahead of you. The herald is speaking a riddle. If you wish, you can try to decipher it, or you can make your meeting with Lord Reiner. You will not have time to do both. So, that's hilarious that we... That's very funny. I'm so pleased I spotted it after just one location, because that could have... Imagine if we gone deep into chapter 6 by mistake.
That would have been bad. Oh god. I mean, I feel like this is actually the decision I just made again. Raiders less intimidating than the king.
Rhino wants to give us a contract, and this guy is just talking a riddle, which may or may not be crucial.
Yeah, he's the one thing is that he seems to have some kind of mysterious information about us, right?
Yes, he knows stuff that wasn't common. So I guess that maybe puts some credit to his ramblings.
But also, I mean, this is the decisions are: do you do what's good, like sort of like, you know, whatever? Do you just... Like, how much do you want to listen to, like, crackpots that want your help? Could spend this whole game just...
I would go to my... If it was me in real life, I'd go to my meeting.
Oh, God. My instinct is always to help the needy.
Is he
This
needy?
guy doesn't even seem... He's not needy, he's just crackpot. Like... But also, like, a good mystery. Give me a good mystery and I'm enthralled as well. Like, I'm so easily distracted. No, I think I'll try to stick with, again, my same instincts and go get the job.
Okay, continue your meeting.
Yeah.
Let's stay in chapter 5 this time. Here we go. I must just skip too many pages somehow. I don't know how to do that. Right. Place your free company marker at location 26 and take path card B.
Okay, so we are swapping path this time.
Yes, it didn't say to take location 26. It just said put the free company marker there. So this doesn't take time. You walk the clean streets of the noble quarter on the opposite side of the bridge. Although still overpopulated, there are fewer crowded streets than you're used to in the old town. People here nod slightly with closed eyes when they see your marks. Several bow. The buildings are remarkably well kept. No cracks travel the walls, no broken windows. The faces are less gaunt, and a range of colour fill your view instead of a wash of brown you expect on the north side of the river. Eventually you see a dark metal gate, and upon bearing your marks you gain admittance, passing through a spacious courtyard into the central hall with a large granite table. Several men gather around the table, chattering in concern. They look up as you enter. Lord Reiner, a guard announces, the Free Company. A heavy-set Lord Reiner smiles. Good, the heroes of Bastow. Come, we were just discussing the expedition. As you know, a few days ago, one of my work crew was slain by wood. Not one logger came back alive. This was an awful blow. The city needed the wood. I am one of the few with writ to log the deep wood, and have been charged with the sacred task to see the city does not lose its supply. I must send another group tomorrow to prove to the king the supply is open. Lord Reiner straightens up from the table. I will need you to protect this run. 1 day in and out, and the rate is fair. Will you accept the contract? Choose one. Ask for more details about the wood supply, or simply accept and ask for more details about the last group.
Your audio went a little bit funny when you were just... The first line you had about what happened to the loggers. Can we just have that line again?
Good. The heroes of Bastow come. We were just discussing the expedition. As you know, a few days ago, one of my crews was slain in the deep wood. Not one logger came back alive. This was an awful blow.
Okay, so we don't really know what happened to them. We just know that they were disappeared in the deep wood.
Yeah.
I guess... I mean... From the sounds of it, there's probably something quite nefarious going on in the city that we probably should pay attention to, but I guess we're going to do that next chapter, so in the interim, I guess we'll take the job and work for Mr. Reiner.
So you want to accept and then ask for details about the group, or you want to ask for details about the wood supply?
I guess let's ask for the details first, so we don't seem too eager.
So just, it's ask for more details about the wood supply, not about the job, or accept and then ask for more details about the last group.
Oh. I guess let's ask for more details about the wood supply then. That might give us a clue about something in the city that's going on.
Amber burns, Reiner explains, but wood burns hotter, longer. It's the cornerstone of our industry. Our buildings, our repairs. Deepwood trees are hard to harvest, though. They season for 2 years to dry. If I do not catch up, my contract will be burned. Yes, without food, the city starves, but without wood, the city crumbles. The supply must be opened again. And we then continue on to accept the deal anyway. You sign the contracts as you ask the Lord for more information. Dusting the parchment, you blow off the excess dust and slide the scroll into a tube at your wrist. The last company out was nearly 40 strong, Lord Reiner says, protected by a free company and a knight and a king's knight. All that came back was the knight's squire, a boy named Jonas, and a one-handed woman, a cur called Keat. The boy was terrified. He could tell me nothing, so I sent him off. Keat, as curs do, simply vanished. You express that you need to talk to these witnesses, and Lord Reiner looks slightly embarrassed. This city is a big place, and I expect finding a woman with a wooden hand should not be too hard for you. I don't know about the boy. You are to set out tomorrow at daybreak from the King's Gate. Do not be late. Look for the cur Keat and the squire Jonas before you set out. They may have valuable information that will help you, and any and all investigations must be finished by sunrise.
Well,
Okay.
knowing me, I'll search every single location they're not in.
So, place the following locations: 2, 3, 4, and 6. Start with
2, 3, 4, 6.
2, 3, 4, 6. That numbers work, absolutely.
Yeah. We don't want to go to 5. 5 is the underways. That's where the under people live. 2 is the cobbles. 3 is the King's Gate. 4 is the green streets. And 6 is the apothecary.
So what did I say? 2, 3, 5, 4, oh, 4 and 6. Yeah, that's it. 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then also 13 and 15.
So 13 is the market and 15 is the church.
Then 16 and 17 as well.
So 16 is the old docks and 17 is the gutters.
And finally 19, or K19, if you like a silent K.
The banksmith.
Okay, and then we're on path B, so give me a helping hand remembering that so I don't go leave the wrong entry, please. And start choosing location. So we're looking for a cur named Keat, and we're looking for a cur named Jonas, isn't it? And a woman named Keat with one hand, is it? Yeah.
It's true. It's true. That's what we're doing.
Where would you like to go? And the next location we place is when we would actually have the city events, but we have already resolved it.
If you look at the map... Oh, no, never mind. I've answered my own question. Was that little village at 11? Actually, there's a village at 11, 10, and 30. It's like all these tiny little villages outside the city walls.
They could, you know, they could be. They could be like logging places themselves
Logging
or something,
camps,
maybe.
yeah. Cathedral. The palace looks fucking badass.
Well, we know we're going there next chapter now, thanks to this. Well, actually, we don't. We're going there if we choose that path.
Yeah,
Next chapter.
which, you know, without good reason, I'll probably do again. But who knows? We might have a much more compelling reason to listen to the priest once we have the full information. Okie dokie. I'm completely at a loss. I think the cobbles, the market, the gutters, and the green streets all sound like places where we could find these people. Although I'm also tempted by the church, just because they've had recent losses.
Yeah. If we go to the apothecary, we have the benefit of being able to buy curatives, but we could send a runner there as well.
Yeah, I don't... I'm happy to send a runner to buy curatives.
But where do you fancy?
I've reasoned myself into church. Let's try the church.
Okay. Path B
Somebody
is
died recently. Maybe the church just knows who they are. I don't know.
15.2.
Path B.
The church must have been the first building here. The stones are crumbling or replaced with other stones of different colours and qualities. What was once magnificent displays of stained glass are now patched with wooden boards and cloth. People stream in the front door. Here they get a watery, warm stew, enough to stave off starvation for another day. If they're lucky enough to get in. Upon entering, there is a kindly young priest who is willing to offer help. Choose one. Ask about the cur or ask about the squire.
I suppose we should ask about the squire. I don't know why we can't ask about both, but let's start with the squire.
Jonas, the priest nods. Squire. Came here after Lord Reiner threw him out. That's all he had. He had no idea how to tell his mother. As a squire, at least he had some coins for food and blankets. His family is very poor, and he was hoping to pull himself out of that. Not sure where he lives, though. Sorry. Ask about the car, or choose another location to go to.
Let's ask about the car.
Doesn't sound like the type of person who would be seen around here, he replies. Ask about the squire, or choose another location to go to. So you can ask about both. And you did.
Cool.
So,
I'm glad we can ask about
it. He knew nothing about the car, and he said that the squire comes from a poor family, and may have gone back to talk with his mother, I guess. So maybe the gutters? I don't know. That sounds like a place poor people live.
There's a lot of these locations sounds like places poor people live.
Well, the Green Street stuff sounds wealthy. The cobbles.
Oh, do you think so? I assumed. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. Actually, if you look at the map as well, the Green Streets has lots of like sort of leafy greens. I actually assumed it was called the Green Streets because it was so close to the Deepwood.
Oh no, maybe it's good logic. The cobbles. I don't know. I actually don't know if the cobbles is rich or poor.
I mean, I'm trying to look at the actual art on the board, and the gutters looks rough. I mean, it's basically. It looks like there once was a river through the town, and now it's full of derelict ships and tents. So I think that's probably where the poor people would live.
You want to go gutters then?
Yeah, let's give the gutters a try and see what we can't find. I'm gonna see if I get a shot of the distressed river here for you folks. Yeah, you see all these little tents and things down there? So
the gutters are flat. Oh, sorry.
So I'll move the token.
Gutters are foul. Cool. Human waste runs freely in the street, and thousands of gutter folk huddle in the deep depression of the riverbed. Hey, good eye. Well noticed. Shacks and huts fill the streets between the looming presence of old trade vessels forever moored in the mud. You hold up an iron piece and start to walk the gutters. The sign is well known. Free companies often seek information about a hunt. The payment is always the quickest way to an answer. Several of the bolder street urchins jump forward and claim to know who you're looking for, but a few pointed questions about Jonas prove their chances. You do not know the boy. You spend several hours this way until a girl named Anya shows promise. She says she knows his mother and takes you to a small lean-to shack in the shadow of a great ship. Lose one iron.
Mm-hmm.
You go in and start to question the woman. She seems very suspicious of you, and as the conversation begins, a boy walks in behind you. The woman shouts for the boy to run, and he bolts. All Oathsworn perform a speed check, difficulty 5, to see if you catch the boy. If you are a cur, exile, or ranger, add +1 to your results. We are none of those things. God damn it.
Nope. God damn it. Furthermore, all of the checks we've had to do so far that we could have had a redraw on have been keen-eyed. And I was advocating for quick wit. God damn it.
Yep. Right. So we each individually do difficulty 5. So is that 4 or 5 dice? Let me think. It's 5 dice, isn't it, realistically? Oh, no. What do you think?
I'm going to do 5 dice. I assume only one of us actually needs to catch him.
I hope so. Yeah, I'll do 5 as well. So
we don't know.
Harbinger,
But...
left to right. Harbinger got 4. That's a miss.
Mhm.
The Warden, with his massive heavy shield and stuff, somehow can run faster, can he? Yes, he can.
Where we can see the 2 and the 2 crit. What else you got there?
Blank.
So you got 1, 1, 2, 2.
Yeah,
so that's 6. He's done it.
Yeah.
You want to crit into a card?
Yeah, crit into a card.
It's a blank, so now the cards are slightly stacked in favor, but I still don't think they're as good as a dice. What do we need to keep going, or is that good enough?
It says if any Oathsworn succeed, turn to this one, so I think we're okay.
Alright, well, I'll just quickly resolve Priest and Witch anyway, just in case. It's like, if a number have succeeded, then you get more stuff. So Priest gets 6 as well. God damn it, why do I only roll this when we don't need it?
Yeah.
And there's a 1 out of the card deck. And then the Witch, she's got 6 as well with 2 crits.
Ooh.
So I burned some more cards from the card deck. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check if it's still useful. God damn, I'm so cross. Of course it's when I don't need it. Alright, let's go. Let's press on.
The first sentence of the next area is all Oathsworn, not the Oathsworn who succeeded. All Oathsworn gain a battle flow token.
God damn it.
As long as one of you succeeded.
It's a complete waste.
Okay. The boy jumps under a cart full of rotting vegetables and dashes between some tents to lose you. You shove the cart out of the way and give chase. He is small and knows the terrain. He dodges people and old shipwrecks easily. Bounding from an old lifeboat, he grabs a piece of worn sail and attempts to climb it. You catch up, tug the sail, and he tumbles down. I didn't want to leave him, but the bug came and I had no sword. He protests dejectedly. Rhina already cut me loose. I needed that iron for food. What more does he want? After you calm him down and explain you are not here about his desertion, you offer him the iron in exchange for information about the lost company. No, I won't take charity. I'm earning my own way. You hire me on, and I'll squire for you. You are about to remind him only knights have squires, but there is a fervor in his eyes. You realize he needs this, and without the information, you will be going into the deep wood blind. Do you let Jonas join you for 3 iron, or do you send him away? He will not tell you what you want to know without hiring him.
No, let's hire. Of course we hire him.
Okay, so lose 3 iron, and we turn to 17.5. The boy is visibly shaken as you ask him to take you to where the last company was lost. Not wanting to lose his employment before it has begun, he puts on a brave face. I'll not let you come down, my lord. I'll not let you down, my lord. Sorry, I don't know where I got the word come from. I'll not let you down, my lord, he says. You tell him you're no one's lord and not to call you that, to which he replies, certainly, my lord. This will be a long day. Lose 3 iron, if you haven't done so already.
Yep.
Gain ally card 1/5. 15, Jonas. Let me know when you have it, because there's a little bit more admin to do.
Here's Jonas. Oh, hang on. Here he is.
Cool.
There we go. Jonas, the young squire. Cool.
Great, lad. Okay, add Deepwood event card 28. That's 2/8 to your Deepwood event deck. And add city card event 25. That's 2/5 to your city event deck. So Deepwood 28, city 25.
Just trying not to look at them while I do it. It's more fun when you don't know. Michael would disagree with me, but I'm adamant.
Or for me to know what the event is.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There we go.
So that's Deepwood 28, City 25. You got that?
Admin complete.
place location token 1 and go there. So he's taking us, it would seem, to the spot.
Yeah, which is actually slightly off camera. It's okay, because I can move this.
1.2, it looks like, because we're on path B still.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
So we're actually going outside the walls.
The boy leads you to the spot where the people died. As expected, there are no bodies and no blood left. However, there is damage, and a lot can be learned here. Plenty of low branches are broken, and there is evidence of death and destruction in a wide area around. The beast moved incredibly quickly, that much is clear. You can see the last stand of the Free Company as they stood back to back against some assailant, though whatever it was never touched the ground. Something with wings did this. Gain clue token 1. Ugh. Where are you, clue token 1? Here you are. That's 3. Where's 1? Ugh. There you are, 1.
Oh yeah, these are the white ones, aren't they?
That's right.
God, we barely use these because we don't usually find any clues. I mean, I don't usually find any clues. Here we go, I'll put it here. There we go, clue token 1.
Okay. Gain clue token 1. If you have clue token 2, turn to a certain page. Otherwise, choose one of the following. Look for Keats, the one-handed cur. If you want to do this, choose another location to go to from the board. Or you can return to the Broken Oak and wait for departure. So the benefit of that would be, I guess, we finish quicker, so we get the extra unique item. But we obviously would never find the cur.
Yeah, I mean, we've still got 2 more time, right?
Yeah.
If on path B, so path B actually ends here as well. So presumably because we're on a time frame with the job, we have a more limited time for this. Whereas if we'd gone path A, we might actually have more time to futz around because we sacked off the guy and followed the weird Riddler.
We're on path B. Doesn't that say?
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is if on path B.
I see. Yeah. So maybe we have to go and sleep because we're at that time because we're gonna wake up first light. It said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Up to you.
So I think we could probably make time to find the cur though. I don't think this doesn't feel like enough information. Like
we know it had wings. We haven't
know it has wings.
Given the spell yet. So that's all we know.
Yeah, and that's what
Well,
we
that's
haven't
all
done.
you
Is,
and I know anyway.
yeah.
We also
So-
have absolutely sweet effect in terms of tokens. We've got a battle flow token each, and that's it.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, obviously, there are some tokens we get every game, every match, depending on our character sheets, but still.
Yeah, we'll get another battle flow and a +2 animus.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? We need some defense tokens.
Okay, let's
We gain an empower token if we stop now.
that's true. Right, I'm just looking
I
at the
don't think
dictionary definition of cur to help me track down where they might be.
A cur, the cur is one of our characters. One of the Oathsworn is a cur. It's it's like the rogue, the two-handed, twin daggers rogue.
Well, did they describe Jonas as the cur or the woman with one hand?
The one hand. He's a squire. Jonas is a squire. The cur is the Keats, the one-handed woman.
Well, according to this, the 2 definitions of cur are either a mongrel dog, especially a worthless or unfriendly one, or a mean, cowardly person. So,
Yeah, but I think the word's been repurposed in like rogue, right?
to mean sort of a bit of a not trustworthy person.
Yeah, cur is just a kind of a slightly antiquated insult, isn't it? Really, these days, you filthy cur. A liar and a cheat would be a cur.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of synchronizes with mean, cowardly person. So I'm just trying to think. Where would I find a woman with one hand?
Who probably makes her money through nefarious means.
Yeah.
Maybe the market. You could steal stuff in the market. You could con people in the market.
I mean, that was my inclination too, but...
The old docks, I think, is another option.
I feel better about the old docks. Shall we try the old docks? I reckon that's going to be a rundown area because there's no boats anymore, so there's no business there.
Exactly, yeah.
The river's all dried
so 16.2
up.
16.2, here we go. The old docks are uneven and hard to traverse, except where heavy carts are pushed and have deep ruts into their pathway, and have dug ruts into the paths from the largest of the warehouses. Amber and wood are burned here in vast amounts to provide the city with all it needs. It is busy, dirty, and loud. Small bands of men go about collecting protection money and threatening anyone foolish enough to wander here by accident. Corrupt overseers and lawless gangs make no attempt at hiding themselves. This place runs its own laws, and as long as they produce, no one questions how or why. Ask about the cur or ask about the squire? I'm going to assume you want to ask about the cur.
Yeah, I don't think we need to ask more about Jonas. We found him already.
Exactly, yeah. He's here. There you go. I see him. No one here has seen Pete, a burly man rolling a barrel tells you when you step into his path. Even if anyone down here seen Pete, no one's seen Pete. Ask about the squire or choose another location to go to. Apparently our idea of going to the old docks was too good.
I mean, that almost sounds like even if anyone down here has seen Keat, no one's seen Keat. So
they run their own laws. Yeah, Keat quite possibly does frequent the old docks, but I'm afraid it's a private club.
I like this idea of us pulling Jonas like up by the scruff of his shirt and like dangling him out in front of people and going, "What do you know about this boy?" So with that in mind, we've got. It'd be nice to sort of get them at the next location, and then we can still have an extra unique item. So no pressure, but it's either the market, the apothecary, the cobbles, the green street, or the King's Gate.
I'm leaning toward market or cobbles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think apothecary, green streets, or banksmith seems likely.
No.
There's not been anything else that's sort of come up that... There's nothing that, like Lord Reiner said, that might have helped us. She's got one wooden hand.
It said she disappeared. She just, like curs do, she simply disappeared. I mean, maybe she go to the apothecary, but I think she had one hand already before the job. I don't think she lost the hand on the job.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely... Oh, this camera's doing a lot better today than it did yesterday. I don't know what the problem with it was yesterday. Sorry?
It's my presence. It's
it's your presence. Yeah, no, I think she's always had one hand, but I'm just thinking, like, I'm just trying to be a bit clever, right? Because I think, like, the market and the cobbles both sound like places where she could be. So that's just... But then, like... We've also got Green Streets and Kingsgate. But if she just disappeared, where would she go to disappear, right? Like, I mean, if she was at the Green Street, she'd be noticed immediately if it's an affluent area. She'd stand out.
I mean, maybe it's not affluent, I'm just guessing.
No, it looks affluent. If we look at the sort of the art on the board here, like, you can see it's all kind of like sort of little... gardens and statues and stuff like that. It looks like it's supposed to be a real nice area.
To say the cobbles looks kind of average, wouldn't you? Like, it's not slums, but it's also not affluent.
Yeah, I agree. Cobbles looks very like sort of the middle ground. So not one way or the other. So maybe that's a good place to disappear? I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like, sort of logically. The market might be a good place to disappear, I guess. Hard to say. Loads of people would go to the market, though. I mean, I feel like the old docks would be the place to go, but we've run out of options there.
Yeah, well, they might have gone there, but they're not. No one's talking.
Yeah, so that's no good at all.
Yeah.
So we can't do anything with that information, can we? The information that about the old docks.
No.
Unfortunately. Damn, rats. Rats. So then our last option here is the market. Alright, well, I'm happy to do market or cobbles. What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I narrowed it down to as well, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Market.
Market?
Although, having said that, the gutters is right next to the market, and that's where we found the other person. So is that too?
Is that too metagamey?
Yeah. You pick. Fine choice.
Nobody's seen her. Damn it. I mean, realistically, we can do more than one. It's just that we want to get that extra unique item.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't. Like, there's no. Yeah, I mean, you only have one chance to get it done this round. To get it done in time.
For the extra item. The cobbles, the apothecary, the banksmith, the market, and the church guy said she just doesn't seem like the. So I wonder if. I just wonder, because the church guy was like, she doesn't sound like the kind of person that would come to a church, and then the old docs was like, we ain't seen her. So I'm wondering if it's like a red herring, right? Like she is actually at the green streets hiding out. Like she's where you'd least expect to find her.
Oh, maybe. Or you may have just talked yourself into going to completely the wrong place. Who knows?
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Go on.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking cobbles or green streets. I've talked myself into cobbles or green streets. Chat, do you wanna weigh in? What do you think about the logic of the green streets?
The logic being that the church told us she wouldn't be expected to be found in the church.
If she wanted to hide, she'd go to the affluent area so that she's not found.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, you know what? You talked me into it now. Let's go there.
Okay. Chris is on board, so we're going to do it. Here we go. Green streets.
It's a good point, right? We went to the place we expected to find her, and we're told even if she's here, she's not here. So yeah, I'm down with it. I'm down with it. All right, you ready?
All right, let's go.
4.2. Very few people seem to walk the paths of the green streets. Oh, this is where the Adendri are.
Who are the Adendri?
The ranger.
Oh, the tree people. Okay.
Yeah. The cobblestone roads are overtaken with. Well, do you still want to go here?
I
haven't read ahead, so I don't know.
I mean, I think the logic is still sound. If you want to hide, you sort of move out of where you'd normally be found.
Okay, shall I go ahead then?
Sure. Let's do it. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Very few people seem to walk the paths of the green streets. The cobblestone roads are overtaken with soft moss carpets that gently slope up the sides of the vine, covering buildings. The sky shows through an intricate lace of flowering branches and hanging plants that sway and reach for one another, though there is no breeze. Bridges of branches crisscross overhead, connecting higher-level apartments of mouthless Adendri of all shades of flora bound and glide on paths not meant to support human feet. 2 Adendri drop from a vine road overhead and land soundlessly in front of you. One pounds out a rapid series of taps and scratches on its hand and forearm before leaning forward inquiringly. It pulls its hood tight around its oddly floral face and waits. You step forward, awkwardly clap your wrist a few times. The Edendri bounces slightly, perhaps chuckling. The trader's language, known as the knock, is difficult to master, and you only ever gained a passing acquaintance with it. The Edendri seem to get the idea, though. Their answer to your question is a simple hand gesture. Yes, someone has been here, with a hand made from a tree. Oh, something they seem to find most amusing, as if they were trying to be like them. As if were trying to be like them. You attempt to ask where, and the Edendri tap out a response. She has seen the healer. Choose one. Try to find the healer, or choose another location to go to. Well, it sounds like we're on track, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless they mean the apothecary, but that would mean going to a different location anyway. I mean, I guess we could stay here looking for the healer, and then waste time. But if we go to another location, we're going to miss out on the bonus anyway, so we might as well stay here and then check the apothecary after, if it's necessary.
Okay, try to find a healer. Edendri drift aside, their long cloaks flowing like reeds in wind as you pass. They scuttle up the sides of buildings to avoid you and move with a disconcerting grace. Greycane makes a few inquiries in the knock from those who do not shy away. Greycane's with us? I hadn't realized that. And you find yourselves entering the sickly, sweet-scented air of a herbalist. The herbalist stands amid a bed of herbs, nursed by light rays streaming in from several large holes in the roof, as if the roof had been an inconvenience. The edges of her foliage seem freshly faded, almost a tone of autumn, telling you she is fairly old. She holds up a hand, warning us to get too close. They are not used to humans, so many humans at once, Greycane says. When they do see humans, they're usually collecting taxes or gangs causing trouble for the Barkskins. If you have the Edendri with you, we turn to one page. If we do not, we turn elsewhere. Unfortunately, we do not have her with us. We haven't an A character that we needed yet.
God damn it! We should technically have them all with us. Like
they're back at the pub, though. I think.
God damn it!
You carefully reveal your marks. The herbalist nods and gently taps out a few words in the knock. She is afraid you are here to hurt her. Perform a reasoning check. Hey, difficulty 5.
Yes, we have a reroll.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, shall I do this?
Yeah, you go for it.
All right, here we go. So the deck, by the way, if anyone's wondering, if you want to be real risky, the current white card deck has 2 cards left in it, and one's a blank and one's a crit.
So we're rolling everything, are we?
We could take 2 cards knowing that we'd get a blank and a crit.
Oh, there's only a crit and a blank left, is it?
Yeah, one is a crit and one's a blank in the deck. But I think getting a guaranteed crit might be pretty good.
Yeah, but one more blank and we're dead.
Right, we need 5 though, right?
We have the reroll. Yeah, so guarantee the crit, and then we can re-roll the blank card even if we need to.
Yeah, exactly. So we take the 2 cards and then what? 2 dice? 3 dice?
Definitely 2. It's just 2 because we know we have the crit coming. Yeah, just 2. Just 2.
So 2 cards and 2 dice.
I think so.
And that locks in 1 blank as well as 1 crit.
Or maybe 3 actually, because even if we get a blank, we can re-roll it, right? No, but actually, no.
No, if we've got a blank already.
Yeah, 2.
So,
do 2. Do 2.
Okay. I'm just shuffling the dark card deck here, even though I might not actually have to shuffle it yet. Okay, so here we reveal. Now let's. We reveal cards. There we go. Crit and blank. And now we throw these dice and see what happens.
Building up for this stack deck.
All right. Well, I think that looks pretty good. We've got 4 already, but we can re-roll this blank and see what we get.
But don't re-roll. Just crit first. Do the crit first. Don't re-roll yet.
Do the crit first. So shall we draw a card, or shall we roll a die?
Basically, we can look at 2 more things because we have a reroll and a crit, and we can, and as long as one of them is a hit, we're fine.
All right, so here's so let's get a card then, seeing as this deck is pretty much back on evens.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a blank. So
that doesn't matter in terms of missing.
No, so we're still hit, but we do need. So I think we've got 2 blanks out of the deck and 1 number out of the deck. So I think the deck is slightly more favorable.
The deck is statistically more likely, technically, but yeah, let's go
to produce a number. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 1.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Nice.
Hey, the reroll worked.
We did it.
Okay.
Value for money. I like it.
The Edendri knows of the heroes at Bastion. She also has seen the one with the wooden hand, which she finds strange and funny. She taps out a location for you. Dice location token 9, and then choose a location to go to. So I'm afraid we're gonna lose the item. Well, yeah, we're gonna lose the item.
But we are going to lose the item, but we did actually find the person without running out of time, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah, so 9.2 is. I'm assuming you want to go to 9. Look at the tavern location 9, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you think we should too, right? Like, give up the extra unique item to pursue this.
Well, the Broken Oak isn't even. Oh, I guess maybe we go for King's Gate if we want to end it prematurely. But no, we should do this. We should absolutely do this.
Cool. So we move on to the tavern that we've just been led to.
The tavern is not a pleasant one, but it is at least warm and dry. It is clear, if you know who to talk to, anything or anyone can be had for a price. Knives stick from a table where players engage in rounds of charl, placed as a show of faith that the loser will not stab the winner. You approach the bartender. When you mention the woman with the wooden hand, he thinks for a moment, eyes your marks, and nods to the far end of the room. A lone minstrel with piercing eyes strums a strange 3-stringed instrument in a corner, playing in particular to a blonde woman sipping a warm drink before him. As you head over, the minstrel eyes you, and the woman turns. She sighs. So if we have the cur in the free company, we would just skip the rest of this. However, we have to perform a reasoning check.
I think next time we need to discuss who we should bring.
Difficulty 5 reasoning again.
Well, at least we have a reroll on that.
Yep.
All right, I'm just checking our card situation. So got a 1, a crit, and 2 blanks out of the card deck. So I'm feeling pretty good about the cards right now.
Okay.
So should we just have 5 cards?
That's what you want, yeah, I'm okay with that. We don't do that very often. So go for it.
2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 5 cards. We got 2, blank, 2, 1, 1. So we've got 6.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna
no more cards.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna re-roll the blank and draw another card, because then at least I get one more from the deck to see. And it's another blank, so there we go. So we're still on 6.
Right, okay, so we succeeded, so we go to 9.6, which means I have to turn the page, because the game hates me. Hang on. Damage my book if we can avoid it. Okay. All Oathsworn gain Empowered token. Nice.
Hooray!
Excellent. She looks wary, but lowers her drink, and with her wooden hand indicates to take a seat at her table. "You're here to ask me about the logging expedition," she starts before you can even speak. "It went sideways. Fast. Bad. We hit the edge of the deep wood. There was this buzzing. There wasn't some swarm. This wasn't some swarm of mosquitoes, though. There was screaming, dying. It was huge. Wings. A stinger. Going through men like a knife through a tender mushroom. The men, they burst. I tried to get behind it, lurched, and I went down. That's it. I guess it threw me clear with its tail. When I woke up, nothing was left. Lots of bodies. Mostly burst open. I've been on better contracts. We weren't ready. Grabbed a compass off the dead and made it back. Remove location 4. Well, we've already been to location 4. And gain clue token number 2. Or if you're me, throw your clue tokens along the ground. God damn it. I have to go hunting for a clue token after we finish playing.
I'll remind you.
Thank you. Okay, next. If you have clue token 1, which we do, we go to a certain place. Yeah, we have both now. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
You know what this is. A bloatfly. It is one of the beasts described in the Libra Monstrum. They are known to lay their eggs into living hosts, causing almost immediate fatality. There are even tales of them flying over city walls to prey upon the weak, retreating to the deep wood when threatened. They are horrifyingly fast and agile. Reveal the Encounter Special Rules board. Mark the Special Rules box for Chapter 5 on your free company sheet.
Special rules. Story. Okay. This is exciting! I mean, it sounds horrifying. So wait, I'm revealing the board. That's right, the board. Okay.
The Special Rules board. But hang on, the Special Rules board, not the boss board. It's the one with just text, like it's defense, it's attack, it's special rules, not the one that has the artwork with the dice go.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. So it's got black and 4 red. Defense 4. It's got 2 stage 2 triggers when it loses 2 dice. Stage 3 triggers when it loses 4 dice. It's got minions. It's got minions which are flying maggots. They've got a black and a yellow might. 6 defense. Minion mob. Move unlimited range to target. 1. Move unlimited range to its target. 2. Target. Target has only 1 health. 1 wound. What? Target 2. Target has only 1 wound. I don't understand this text, but that's fine. Flying maggots are immune to all bloatfly attacks unless specified.
So it can't hit its own young, basically.
Boo. Boo. Let's kill its own babies. There's a whole heap of text here that's probably just horrifying. Save the civilians. Oh god, so there's going to be civilians to save. Infest. So it says large. Bloatfly. Large. Infest. The bloatfly moves to the nearest uninfested civilian and infests them. While moving to infest a character, the bloatfly may move any distance. If there are no uninfested civilians, the bloatfly will move to the closest uninfested Oathsworn or ally and infest them. Place a might cube of any color on the base of the character to show they're infested.
We might as well just get close to each other and it, because it sounds like movement distance is not a thing for this enemy.
Oh my god. Parasite. So, Parasite emerges. Each infested character, ones with cubes on their bases, lose a health. If a civilian dies due to the parasite, they will explode, causing the blowflies might in damage against all adjacent enemies. Draw once and apply to all targets. Remove the civilian from the board and place a flying maggot in the hex they were in. You may kill civilians, which will stop them from dying from the parasite. Civilians will die if they are hit by an attack or lose a wound. Drifter's like, this squire is so dead. Save the civilians. Civilians are protected by moving them off the board. Instead of playing an ability card on your turn, you may move them an adjacent one up to 4 hexes by spending an animus. This is free if you are a companion or ally. Each civilian may only be moved once per round. If you move an infested civilian off the board, place a flying maggot on the board in the hex the civilian left from.
It dies. You can't. Yeah, they thought of that. Okay. Have you read all the special rules?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so the next thing it says here is you may place one time token on the time track to start a trade with the banksmith, and or another to start a trade with the apothecary. Then you return to the Broken Oak and await the expedition's departure. So there's no reason for us not to place 2 additional tokens.
Yep, I agree. We've got 2 spots left anyway before. So it was quite good that we did this in a timely manner, because otherwise we would have missed out these opportunities.
Absolutely, yeah. Right, hang on. Okay, so we should go to the apothecary, I feel, and we should buy some curatives.
Yep. Cool.
I've forgotten how that works. I think it's how much. I can't even remember how much.
Nope, I can't remember any of this.
I found it. Right, the apothecary. Here you can buy curatives that can stop you from getting serious injuries when you go unconscious, or in our case, just get seriously wounded. Because we're in hardcore. So, when you start a trade with apothecary, you may buy up to 5 curative cards, each one costing an amount of iron equal to the current chapter. So, what does that special rule we have say about buying? Did we actually buy the one that buys double curatives?
No, we took endurance instead. So,
okay. So, do you want to buy 5 for 20?
Buy 5 for 25, and then not buy equipment at the banksmith.
I
mean, we might be able to, but we'll only have 10 left. We're down to 35.
Okay, well, do you want to go to the banksmith first, based on the fact that the apothecary is a known thing? We know what.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to so we know that the 5 curatives are 25. So let's head over to the banksmith first, and then we can see what is for sale.
So basically, all the common items, I think, aren't they? Isn't that how it works?
Oh, is it?
All the common items from the current chapter, I think. Start a trade. Take all cards in the common item deck of the current chapter. Yeah.
Right, and then we also know that we can sell things here.
Yeah, so when we sell them, we get half equal, rounded up, however. It says half the number on the bottom / back of the item card rounded up. So we'd get 3 for selling back a level 5 item, for example.
Yeah, so here are the items that are currently in our backpack, which is 12. And
we can
the
now
common items. Do we?
We can now have 20, is that right?
Yeah, we can now have 20.
Okay. Does every character have a gear? Yes, they do. Oh, no, because mine... Yeah, we did. Yeah, we all have gear. We all have a gear. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. My Harbinger hasn't got a gear, so at the very least we should buy a gear so we all have a gear.
Yeah, I mean, do we not have another gear here? No, I guess not.
If we did, we'd have...
Oh, we have a rope.
Do we?
And we have amber. Yeah, we have a rope and amber that your Harbinger could take.
Why does he not take any of that? That's so cool. Let me open mine. I haven't opened our backpack yet, you think, so...
When you draw... So the rope is when you draw 3 or more might cards of the same number during an attack that hits, and that's cards or dice, one enemy has 1 less defense against the attack. Seems situational. Potentially powerful, but situational. And then the amber is battle flow 1 card once. And it also costs an animus to use.
That's the amber, is it, or the rope?
Yeah, that's the amber. Weirdly, the amber is also common item 5, so we must have got this recently.
I might take the rope. The rope's...
We can have a look and see if there's a gear here that you want. There's a pouch. There's bacon.
I might as well equip one of the gear, though, to begin with, just to save room in the backpack. Even. Yeah, the bacon I saw. What's the bacon do? If you have 4 health or less, it's an interrupt. If you have 4 health or less when you use an ability card for its defense value, treat that card as having a 0 in terms of battle flow. Companion, flip one of your items face up. Oh, so with companions, it just gives you a second go on a shield or on a
card. Yeah,
sounds actually very good for companions more than anything, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now I think our companions have gear. The priest has mead, which is just gain an animus, which is very useful. For them, because it's like a free action. And the warden has got the fire water, which says if you've not moved yet this turn, gain empowered 3 on an attack.
Yeah.
So they do both have those gear already.
I don't see anything in here that I'm like desperate to buy. You?
I'm just having a quick look. No. Nothing that I'm desperate to buy.
I actually think the bacon is very exciting for a companion. What?
The bacon is exciting for our companions. It's just funny. I just like the idea of being like, Warden, look, we got you some bacon! And he's like, oh, thank you, thank you.
I mean,
he's so excited.
Look at the priest, for example. The priest could gain an empower token from the pig iron mesh twice. That's cool. Well, that's the only thing I'm interested in buying for us. What do you think?
Yeah, we could buy some bacon.
Alright, let's buy some bacon.
Okay, so the bacon costs 5.
Yeah. It all costs 5.
Right, are we going to sell anything while we're here?
Potentially.
I feel like we probably ought to.
We can carry 20 now, is that correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so we have 12 now because we took one thing out and we gave the rope to me.
You took the rope, yeah.
Yeah. Like the only thing maybe is that we're not using stuff like the hunting knife particularly, but that we could if we end up changing characters. Although by then we'll get more stuff, I guess. Great axe.
I mean, yeah, we've got like
the level 1 things only get you 1 money. Like it's so bad. I almost feel it's not worth selling just yet.
Well, especially like level 1.
Especially when we have room for 8 more things. You know?
While I agree, I feel like we're also just putting off this process.
Well, I'm happy to sell things if you have things you want to sell. I don't have anything I particularly want to sell, except maybe the hunting knives. Like,
well, yeah, the only thing I'm thinking of is like if we don't have a chance to come back to the banksmith for a while, then we could hit 20 and be annoyed that we have to discard stuff.
Well, I'm okay with selling both hunting knives. None of our characters want to use knives. The Cur uses knives. There might be another character who quite likes knives. But like, even if we if we ever do grab a new character, they get gear equal to the current level for
Yeah,
free.
you mean a character we've never played before, right?
Yeah, so if now in chapter 6 I was like, oh, I'm going to use the Cur now, the Cur would get like a chapter 6 set of equipment. You know?
Yeah. So the exile's not dead, right?
Yeah, the Exile's dead. Didn't he sacrifice himself for the Baston?
No, that was the oh, maybe that is the exile. Who's the one that climbs the barbarian that climbs trees?
That's the Exile.
Okay, so no, the one that it was the knight, the penitent.
The penitent. Yeah.
That's the one that sacrificed himself at Baston. So if the exile's still alive, because we've used him, if we initiated him, he would be no free equipment because he's already been in the party once.
Yeah, he's created. He's created as a character.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm happy to sell off these hunting knives.
Okay, so we get 4 money, 2 money for each.
Well, one of them's 5. Is it rounded down?
Oh, you're right. It is 5. My bad. I assume they're both 4. Yeah, we get 2 and we get 3, so I actually get 5.
2 and 3. So we get 5 back.
So basically, we got the bacon for free.
Free bacon. This is the best ever chapter.
Are you happy to keep everything else? I mean, we have 10. We have space for 10 things now. I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep everything else.
Right. Then we spend another token to go to the apothecary.
Here we go. Right, and then we're buying 5 curatives, is it?
Yep. I think we should, don't you?
Yeah, I agree.
So that's 20 money. You can shuffle those into the deck then. And I shall read the event 30.1.
I accidentally put the priest's concussion in the curative deck.
Don't do that. Oh no, it should be there. No, it should be. We got rid of all of them. Oh, I see. Putting the curative deck instead of the injury deck. I see.
Exactly. Yeah. Oops.
So, you look up at a dark sky. You run out of time, and not getting any sleep is likely to get you killed. As likely to get you killed as lack of information on what awaits you out there. You head back to the Broken Oak and bed down till morning. At the side of the path leading to the King's Gate, a company of loggers is unhappily assembled and waiting. The foreman steps forward and greets you. How are your men, you ask? They'll do their job, the large man mutters through a rough red beard. They got their axes, and those who can afford them brought extra knives. These men can hit a tree, but God only knows if they can hit a beast. Guess that's what you're here for. You nod slightly and take position at the head of the column. All Oathsworn gain a redraw token. Very good.
That's helpful.
What's more helpful is if I take redraw and not battle flow by mistake. Yep. Once the massive gates yawn open, the troop follows you out to the tree line. Even though there are fresh stumps here from prior expeditions, new trees and vines are already regrowing in the area. It seems like there will never be a lumber shortage, as it grows back faster than the teams can harvest it. You trudge into the underbrush toward more ancient growths of massive trees with trunks 2 men would struggle to reach their arms around. You motion for the group to stop, and the foreman hurriedly assigns splinter groups to work on specific trees. The men work quickly, and not long after the first tree falls, that's when it hits you. If this encounter special rules board has been revealed, turn to 31.3, otherwise here. So we have got a special rules, haven't we?
Yes.
Alright, I'm guessing that we're not going to get ambushed because we know what we're expecting. You knew the attack wouldn't come from the ground, and you were ready. In the gloom of the canopy, you make out a grotesque bulbous shape you thought was part of a tree until I missed a key letter in this word. Diaphanous wing twitches. You raise a call to arms as the bloatfly dives. This insectile head flits to your free company, and you see nothing. Nothing at all in those cold, faceted eyes. Weapons at the ready, you bellow a challenge and charge. So we're going to open Mystery Chest 5 if you have it, open Mystery Envelope 5 if you have it, and proceed to Chapter 5, Encounter in the Encounter book.
Do we normally do that now at the end of these?
I think we revealed the miniature, didn't we? I think we did.
Yeah, I think we've done that, yeah.
What's up, chat?
I want to know. Do not open until told. Well, I was told.
Yes, you were.
Oh, jeez.
I
don't have any, my envelope doesn't have any babies in it.
I imagine you. Oh, you're always told to open that. Same as chapter 1, the encounter setup to open the babies. So I can let me check that and I'll tell you.
Oh. I mean, it doesn't look like something called a bloatfly. It looks like an alien. It's scary. And large. I think we're in trouble. Uh-oh, we're in danger.
I'm in danger. Where's my encounter booklet? That tells you where can't I find everything? Is this good? Oh, yes. Okay, so the minions will be in mystery box, the diamond mystery box and mystery envelope. You get that?
Diamond. Well, my diamond is... Oh, this is a triangle, not a diamond. Here we go. Oh dear. It's like, you have become flying maggot. You got this, says Difter. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so glad I'm not an Oathsworn. It's just a really hard job.
I got my mysteries boxes to show. Alright. Get this out. Here we go. This is the miniature version.
All right, you're showing it down there. Let's.
Which one is easier to show?
Okay, I'm apparently missing some bits here.
Super spooky. Yeah, it's basically a giant bloat fly. Just kind of what it said it was.
Yeah, it talks about the chitinous eyes, but those sections actually on the miniature are actually skull, but they look like they might be eyes. You can kind of see its eyes are like really small.
Oh, I think the eyes are those two things at the very front.
Oh, do you have a look at the thing here? I thought the eyes are these like tiny little red dots. Are they these white sort of? On the art, those look like kind of a skull.
Maybe.
Although I guess if you kind of look at it fun, you can sort of see them as eyes.
I guess it's Wait, I'll quickly show a float by with baby as well. Things interested. I was going to see this line. The baby maggot, disgusting thing.
Doesn't look like those wings should actually carry it.
They are, and you say that, and you're probably right, but they are quite big. They have, they have actually put they're pretty big wings. I reckon those could carry it.
I suppose it depends how heavy its bulbous body is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. For better or worse. So we're gonna have to kill this nasty bloatfly in episode 7, which will be chapter 5, part 2.
Congratulations, it's a maggot. All right. Well, while Chris and I struggle with all the various paraphernalia, I think we can call this a stream. So if you want to find out what's going to happen with the bloat flies, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. If you wonder what kind of table presence Oathsworn has, I can recommend a game topper. It's big. Goes on any table, and we'll have enough capacity for Oathsworn. So if you liked what you saw on stream, you can always check that out at the link in the description down below. I don't get any commission or anything for game toppers. I just got given one, and now I use it because it's very helpful. Yeah, and if you want to have a say in what we play, you can always come and chit-chat to us on the Patreon, where all of the scheduling and games are all worked out. So, and we'll probably be playing some games on BGA as well over there. So you can always come and hang out and say hello. But let's call that a stream. We'll be back in the near future for more of this. So so turn on those subscription and the notifications so you don't miss it.
Join Patreon. Access to all that stuff.
Keep us independent and playing what we want to play. Oh, and Difter says, come back Thursday for Undaunted Stalingrad. It's true. Come back Thursday for more Undaunted Stalingrad if you're following that. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.